Hi everyone, it's Marla. Welcome back to Eclipse, Astrology, and Tarot. This is the weekly reading for the week of April 2nd, 2016. If you would like a personal reading with me, you can visit my website at eclipseastro.com and follow me on Facebook at Eclipse, Astrology, and Tarot. So this week, I think we're in for some tense energy again. Especially around the end of the week, we're going to have a new moon in Aries at 18 degrees and some other aspects going on that I think for many of you who are very sensitive to the energies, you're going to be feeling it quite intense. And I'll probably talk a bit more about that as we get towards the end of the week. So the first card up is going to be the overall energy. And it's rest and reconsider. This is the deck Psychic Tarot of the Heart by John Holland. And so the energy this week is like we kind of need to regroup. Okay, there's a strong message came through the cards this week about needing to rest, needing to spend time alone, needing to be in meditation. I feel like many of you are very, very tired. Tired on a soul level and are struggling to keep going. And since the beginning of this year, the energy's been really intense. And it's really hasn't let up, and it's not going to really let up this month. So what Spirit is saying about this week is kind of go inward, get some quiet time, figure out what you need to do, and realize that you are strong enough, that you can do this. I'm feeling if you stop and get some rest, like you'll feel much more optimistic and hopeful. Like some of us are just really run down and drained. I know I've been feeling really kind of drained this week, and I haven't had much of a presence on Facebook. I'm sorry, guys, but I just, it's taken all my own energy just to deal with my own life and the things that are going on in my own life. And I know that from the messages I'm getting, a lot of you are dealing with that. We still have a lot of this eclipse energy around, and things are just, the dust hasn't settled yet. And so everyone's kind of scrambling, not knowing what they're going to do. Just hang tight and know that going inward will help you clarify where exactly you need to be going. And I think this week is going to be good for that. I just listened to David Palmer's The Leo King's forecast for this week, and he was talking about needing to take time this week to form a new plan. Like you got off course and now you need to get back on course. And I can't say it any better than he's already said it. That's exactly what we're doing. And additionally, you may find that you need to defend yourself against someone. And if that's the case, know that you have the strength to defend yourself, that you are on the higher ground, and just stand firm. Another big message coming through this week besides spending time alone and going inward is that we need to stand on our own. Which brings me to the hidden influence. which is well-deserved rewards. So know that the rewards are on the way. Some of us are already getting a little taste of what the rewards are. And for some of you, it's still coming. But it says well-deserved rewards because you're being acknowledged for the hard work that you're doing. And one of the things that we've been working on is kind of being our own person, only depending on ourselves, dropping the codependent relationships, becoming more self-confident, being okay with the thought of being alone, even enjoying being alone, enjoying your own company. That's the space where we need to get to. And that's when we're going to be rewarded. 2 9 cards this week. Both of these are 9s. 9s are wrapping up one phase, completion, and moving on to a new phase. So just a little bit longer, I hope. The 3rd card is the advice from Spirit, and it's Blossom. This card is also about wrapping things up and having a new beginning. And I can't help but notice, it says blossom and it's springtime. And even though it's supposed to be snowing here in Buffalo where I live tomorrow, it is officially spring and the flowers are coming out. It's a time of rebirth. And it's a time of the phoenix rising from the ashes. But we're not quite ready for the total reveal. But perhaps by the end of the month, we will be ready. This is a time of transition for us. And yes, we've been transitioning for a very long time, I know, but like I said, I feel like we're very, very close. And take the time this week to do things that are nurturing to you. Like the flower needs water, needs sunlight, needs soil. What do you need to nurture yourself? The transformation that you've been going through is energetically very difficult. And I feel like at the end of this week, we'll be going through some very physical ascension symptoms. For example, feeling very tired, or I'm feeling upset stomach. I'm looking at this card and I'm seeing all the yellow and I'm thinking solar plexus. So maybe stomach issues. And again with the yellow and being empowered. The solar plexus is about you finding your power this week. The new moon in Aries is at 18 degrees, and I just wanted to read the Sabian symbol. A magic carpet hovers over the depressing reality of everyday life in an industrial area. So a very interesting Sabian, I thought to go along with the cards because it has to do with seeing things from a new perspective. When I think about this Sabian, I actually see like the city and it's all gray. And then I see people on a magic carpet and that's like in color. So it's being able to transcend or rise above your feelings that I feel you're having right now. Some of you are feeling depressed. Some of you are feeling anxious. It's very difficult right now because I think many of us don't have clarity. But the new moon is giving us that chance to see things in a new way. Hopefully get clarity. And I think it points to meditation, going within in order to rise above the feelings that you have that are causing the uncertainty and the anxiety in your life. And very strongly, I'm feeling that being alone, you're on your own little magic carpet in your own space. Which brings me to the Goddess card for the new moon. And it's Sieg, I think. Quiet time. Take some quiet time alone to rest, meditate, and contemplate. One of the messages of this card is that you'll be more sensitive to sounds, which could very well happen later on in the week. Like I'm feeling a lot of people have been having sensitivity with their ears ringing and things. I know I'm a lot more sensitive to sounds these days than I ever was, and some days that's worse than others. And the answers that you seek are within you. That's where you're going to get the clarity. It's not going to be from something outside of yourselves. So take this week to find that and get some rest. Because things are not even peaked yet. Okay, have a great week. I love you, and I will talk to you soon.